New developments following a botched Rutherford County drug raid, which then led to a lawsuit.
A law enforcement asked for dismissal, and now we know the decision. Let's get right over to News Channel 5's Hannah McDowell. She joins us in the studio. What did the judge decide on this, Hannah?
The judge received 3 of these motions to dismiss and decided to turn them all down. That's not what the Rutherford County Sheriff, DA, or an assistant DA wanted to hear. A group of small business owners are the plaintiffs in this lawsuit. They claim the defendants, Rutherford County Sheriff Mike Fitzhugh, District Attorney General Jennings Jones, and Assistant District Attorney John Zimmerman, were motivated by conspiracy when they called for this raid last February. Operation Candy Crush involved raiding 23 stores to confiscate CBD products. They consider those products to be suspicious, but they were really sold in the form of candy and legal. A dozen people were charged, but had those charges dropped and expunged soon after. And also of note, 12 of 17 of these store owners are Egyptian and believe their nationality played a factor in these raids. The defendants will get to ask again for the case to be dismissed, but they have to wait for the discovery stage to be over.
The saga of the Candy Crush investigation continues more than a year after Rutherford County shop owners were arrested over false affidavits. 2 owners have filed the federal lawsuit against the county. Stacy and Mary Ruth Hamilton own Kaleidoscope Vapor in Murfreesboro, saying false affidavits led to their arrest. You might remember the Candy Crush sting in February of last year when several CBD shops were raided. Now, prosecutors later dropped all charges because the products are legal.
We have the petition over there.
What are they doing, selfies?
Yeah.
Dan, you doing selfies over there?
They've got the petition.
Y'all doing selfies? Okay. We will, as soon as everybody gets through.
I think Scott's a little chilly. I don't blame you. I'm only holding myself and I've got to go.
Tell you, why don't we go ahead and get started, getting a little cold. I'd like to introduce the people that are with me this morning. It's Chief Mike Bowen from the Murfreesboro Police Department, Chief Kevin Arnold from Smyrna Police Department, and District Attorney Jennings Jones. This morning, this afternoon, teams of officers from the Smyrna Police Department, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office, Murfreesboro Police Department, Laverne Police Department, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the Drug Enforcement Administration, and the FBI conducted raids on 23 stores selling products resembling candy and containing a marijuana derivative. These all 23 stores were padlocked on orders from the court. We have indictments that were issued on 21 people who've been accused of selling the illegal products. This is an ongoing investigation at this time, so I do not have any information as to how many of these people have been put into custody. Acting on undercover capacity, detectives from both departments, this is Smyrna and Rutherford County Sheriff's Office, bought products containing Cavadol, also known as CBD, and other synthetic drugs in all 23 of these stores. And warrants were issued on each of these stores, and that's the raid that took place about 10 minutes to noon today. I would entertain at this time, if anybody has any questions, then I would be free. We'll try to answer what we can.
What was it that tipped you all off to it?
We had information that came into us from parents and whatnot, and this is one of the things I think that we all want to say to parents, is we'd like to inform parents to be aware of what your children are bringing home to them. If you'll see what's on the table here, these products, they look like gummy bears and lifesavers, and so they obviously are made to look like candy, and it's going to attract your kids to it. So that's why we want to inform the parents to be very cautious about what your children are bringing home with them.
Do you think that it was connected with all 23 stores?
I'm sorry?
Do you think that all 23 of these stores connected with the same operation?
No, they're individual stores, and they're owned by different people, but they're carrying the same products.
How did you get tipped off that these gummies had?
We had information that came to us through parents and other informants.
What's so dangerous about this for kids?
It's an illegal drug that is in synthetic drugs. It's a cannabinol, a CBD product. It's a derivative of marijuana, and it is an illegal drug except in medical situations.
Are you communicating formally with the Rutherford County schools and Murfreesboro schools to make them more aware of this?
We have a constant communication through our SRO program with the schools in Rutherford County.
Sheriff, where is this stuff coming from? Where are they ordering it?
That's a good question, Judy. You know?
Don't know where the Absolutely. I'm not sure where the individual items are coming from. I know that there has been one location that has been a manufacturer for certain items and selling the oil.
Is it here in the state, or are they getting it from a different state and bringing it in?
I believe that there is one location within the jurisdiction that has been selling the oil.
How long do these stores stay closed for?
The stores will stay closed until the judge deems fit for them to open back up.
So were they all types of products containing CBD, or was it just the candies, like the vape oil?
I believe that there were multiple different style of products. We have both candies, oil, various other items that contain CBD.
Is this the type of stuff that the legislature is considering legalizing, the cannabidiol? I know that some of that has been legalized, but you have to get it from another state.
Sam, this is not legal. I believe that TBI and the judge both agree that these are illegal substances.
What does this do to the users of these products?
You'd have to ask the TBI for the specifics. I can tell you that it's illegal.
B.A. Jennings, the 2015 law that the governor signed with allowing CBD for medical use, what's the difference in that law that the governor signed and what's making this illegal rather than
Certainly.
under that law?
Certainly. There are many things that are illegal to possess without a prescription. OxyContin is a prime example. If you possess this without a prescription, you have broken the law. If you are selling it without a prescription, or if you're not a pharmacy selling it to someone with a prescription for it, you've broken the law.
In terms of like your medical use, you don't need a prescription as long as you buy it from a different state and once it's delivered to you. We did a series on this literally last Thursday, Thursday before. So that's what I'm wondering, what is making this illegal if you don't need a prescription even to buy it for medical purposes?
Larry, I believe in this particular situation you would need a prescription to buy it. The judge agreed with me. Thank you.
How much of this stuff is still out there right now?
Do what?
How much of this stuff is still out there right now?
This, all of this in the stores that we have taken, we're confiscating all the product in the store.
Kids out there still have this?
I'm sure they're still out there.
So what would you say?
We'll have an ongoing, as things become available to us and information becomes available to us, as long as it's against the law, we're going to enforce the law.
So if these packages are still out there, what would you say to parents out there and other folks?
Well, that's what I was saying just a minute ago, to inform the parents to be aware of what your children are bringing home with them and don't assume that it's candy. Look at the packaging and look at the product and look at what they're looking at. At this time, I'd also like to call on Chief Kevin Arnold from Smyrna. You have a few remarks you want to say?
Okay. I wasn't preparing any kind of statement today, but I'll try to wing it here. First and foremost, the number one thing that's important for us in law enforcement is just the appearance of this appearing to be gummy bears. And this is something that all of our children and our grandkids would look at and determine that it's good for them to eat, when in fact it's not. It's containing things in there that should not be available to the general public. So again, we just stressed our parents, please keep an eye out at home. If you see these things, feel free to call your local law enforcement. We'll come to your home, we'll take it off your hands and destroy it. So again, just reinforce that again. Take a look at what your kids are bringing home and make sure that it is something that's not exactly healthy like gummy bears, but at least this isn't healthy at all.
Hey, Chief, since you are president of
The Chiefs Association? Yes, sir.
is this something that you guys often talk about and try to get a handle on as well?
I was at a meeting with the TBI approximately 4 months ago, at which point this was brought up. I immediately texted my narcotics division and said, hey, go to our area stores and see if this is out there. And one store, one of our agents walked into the store and said, hey, do you have any CBD gummies? And immediately the clerk went straight to it. So again, this is not some obscure product that's sitting on their shelf that they don't know anything about. They know it's there and they know what the purpose for it is. So yes, we have been on this radar for several months.
Is this stuff coming in prepackaged, or are they?
It's in a prepackaged, just like you would buy, like that right there. It's.
You mentioned that the clerks know what this stuff is used for. Could you tell us what it's used for?
It's used to get high.
No. It's not. It doesn't have THC in it. So
Then why are they buying it?
Because CBD can be used for a multitude of medical problems, that, like inflammation.
So right now in the state of Tennessee, is that legal?
It is.
You could get a prescription for it. You wouldn't go to Quickstack to get it though, would you?
But you can get it at Walmart. So are you guys going to go to Walmart?
If they could get it at Walmart, then that's where we'll go. Okay, we'll check on that.
Is this just an issue for kids? I mean,
No, it's not just an issue for kids. No, it's not just an issue for, at least I hope they're not going to the vape shops. But no, it's not just an issue for kids.
So are you certain beyond a shadow of a doubt that it does have the THC in it?
You would have to talk to the TBI crime lab. I don't know about that.
Is it other stores, or if it's at Walmart, will you guys be padlocking them?
If it's necessary, if the judge approves it. Every one of these stores, the judge approved the lockdown. So.
is this the specific kind? I mean, are there any different kind of packages out there? Like if we're showing this slide.
The only one I've seen is the green one. That's the only one I've seen. I've not seen the others.
These have marijuana, or those are
Those are gummy bears.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about them.
Okay, these are regular.
Yeah, I don't know anything about those. So,
We're gonna be showing this stuff. People are gonna
okay.
think that those are-
Yeah.
Well, when you show those, yeah, you might want to make it known that the package itself is a legal gummy bear, not
Okay.
treated with CBD.
Yeah.
Are there any criminal conspiracy charges pending? Because, I mean, you're talking about 20 stores.
You have to speak with the general.
Yeah, speak to General and that's it.
At this time, we have not contemplated any criminal conspiracy charges.
So has TBI said that they have THC in them?
I'll speak to that. TBI has certified that this is a